Good morning, everyone. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm fine. And
Good
you?
morning.
Fine, thank you.
Good
All
morning,
right.
y'all.
Thank you for answering. So today, as your teachers, Teacher Anna, Teacher Felipe, and myself, Teacher Majo, we are going to talk a little bit about fractions and operations with fractions. And since you are already So, the first thing that we're going to do is review a video with vocabulary of fractions so that you know how to refer to these terms during the class and for future references. All right, so we're going to review the vocabulary video, and then we're going to have a review quiz in quizzes. So please pay a lot of attention to some concepts and terms and vocabulary that you're going to need to complete the quiz.
Fraction vocabulary. A fraction is a number that names parts of a whole or parts.
So yeah, I hope that you have taken notes. I hope that you have refreshed your mind a little bit about the terms that we use with fractions in English specifically. And now we have our quizzes. So, everyone, please, if you can go to the quizzes website, or if you have the app on your phone, and join the quiz with your phones, please. Please let me know when you have joined. All right, so we have our 4 participants. All right, so I'm going to start the quizzes. All right, so the question was, what is a whole?
Okay, very good. So Christian and Natalia at the top. So okay, we have half divided opinions, right? So a whole is all the parts of one shape or a group. Okay, the whole is all of the parts. The equal parts of a unit is similar, but is not quite the correct definition that was in the video. Remember that we are doing this based on the video. So that's why that's not the answer, okay? It's a very good similar answer, but it's not correct. So remember, a whole is all the parts of one shape or group. All right? Okay, what happened? What happened there?
I did write it, but in a different way. I
What
don't know
did you
if it's
write?
valid. Equals.
Equals. No, it's not. You had to put part. Equal parts.
Okay.
That's why, because I had 2 options. We had equal parts or equal part in singular.
Um,
But yeah, no, you had to put the full answer. That's why. What did you write, Sarah?
I also wrote equals.
Equals, okay. Maria, what did you write?
Equals to.
Equals. And Christian?
I wrote a very long paragraph. I don't know.
That's why you took so long. No, the answer was equal parts, but you will understand why. It's called equal parts.
Yes, now we're going to talk about operations with fractions. So teacher Felipe is going to be assessing that.
All right, guys. Thank you, Teacher Maho. So, we're going to review the basic operations using fractions. Okay, so let's get started with the first one. So we're going to review the addition one. All right, the addition operation with fractions. So if you want, you can read it all better.
Okay, addition. To add fractions, there are 3 simple steps. Step 1, make sure the bottom numbers, the denominators are the same. Step 2, add the top numbers, the numerators. Put the answer over the denominator. Step 3, simplify the fraction if possible.
All right, thank you so much, Maria.
Okay.
Well, basically, we have in here a little example to reflect the information in here, the steps. So we have in here in colors 2 different fractions, so we're going to add them and see the result. So we have 4/3 plus 11/3. So uh, we have one rule, as you may know, if you have the same denominator, we can use that and let it be until the end of the fraction. So we can use an addition. So we can use 4 plus 11. So that means the result is 15, 15 third using the law. So if we simplify this operation, we have the answer as a 5. All right. In this case, it's possible to simplify. So yeah, we can use that that strategy if possible. Okay, we're going with the subtraction. So uh, anyone different from Maria can help me reading the these steps, please?
Me?
Yeah, thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much.
So subtraction. There are three simple steps to subtract fractions. Step one, make sure the bottom numbers.
We're going to review the division one. So we're going to use three, three simple steps to solve the division one. So we're going to use keep, switch, and flip. So we're going to keep the first fraction, then we're going to switch the division sign to a multiplication, and then we're going to flip the second fraction. All right, so we have in here an example that will help us to understand a little bit better how this works, okay?
All right. So another important thing that we're going to review is percentages and fractions. So remember when I told you with the quizzes that we're going to review fractions today? So this is when it plays. All right, so I will explain it with an example. All right, so first of all, I want you to think about where do you see percentages? So you know a percentage is when we get the symbol percent after a number. So when do you see percentages? So maybe at the mall, maybe where do you see percentages? Let's say Maria. Where else do you see percentages?
For example, yesterday on the elections, the percentage of people voting for a certain candidate.
Exactly. Yeah, good job. Natalia?
While we are playing video games, also sometimes it says we have certain percentage of, I don't know, life or emo, well, things like that.
All right. So those are very good examples that we can find in our daily basis. So this is a little example that I have here to understand how fractions and percentages work. So, um, Sarah, can you please read the example I have?
You say read, sorry?
Yeah, read please here.
Okay. So I want to know what percentage is 3 out of 4 of a pizza. If I multiply.
Also, remember that you read this when the denominator is 4, you read it as 3/4 or 3/4, right? You can also say 3 out of 4, but that's longer. So to make it a little bit shorter, you can say just 3/4. So yeah, that's it. So you multiply the numerator by 100 and then divide that result by the denominator. And so that's how we know that 3/4 of a pizza is 75% of said pizza. All right, teacher Anna, go ahead.
Yeah, so guys, now that we saw the explanation with teacher Felipe and with teacher Majo, we are going to do some exercises, okay? We are going to do the exercises with this game ingenially, but before we go into the game, I am going to ask you, please, to tell me the procedure. So how you multiply, how you divide, and all of that. So, Christian, how do you add sentences? In your words. You can say it in your words.
Okay. In my words, if a fraction is there are two fractions of the same base, you can add them. The numerator, yes, the
Yeah,
numerator is the numerator. You add them, and the denominator is the same.
exactly. Very good. That's how you add fractions that have the same denominator. Perfect. Sarah, how do you subtract fractions? In your words.
So basically we keep the same denominator and we subtract the numerators and we simplify if needed.
Very good. That's an important step. If you have a fraction that can be simplified, you have to simplify it. Okay. Very good. Natalia, how do you multiply fractions?
Well, fractions you have to multiply the number that it's in front, like numerators with numerators and denominators with denominators.
Exactly. Very good. Okay. And Maria, how do you divide fractions?
From where I got, you have to multiply like in a kind of zigzag. Yeah, like you have like the fractions and you have to put like a zigzag and doing with that operation, multiply it, and then the result you have to simplify it. That's what I got.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
You can also do it like that. But remember that teacher Felipe said a tip with 3 words. Do you remember the tip?
All right, remember that the first word of the tip was keep.
Yeah.
So that's a clue.
We should tell
Switch.
it one more time. Yeah.
Switch. Good. And the
We
last
got
one?
it.
The F.
Switch and U. F stands for, let's give them a little help. The last word is flip. Keep, switch, and flip.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Good. Yeah. So you keep the first fraction, you switch to multiplication, and you flip the second fraction. Okay. Maria also said it very well that you can divide the sentences by multiplying in an X or a zigzag. Good. But remember the tip, the keep, switch, and flip. Okay. Now we are going to play with the genially. Okay. In this genially, we have to do many operations with fractions.
I shared the link in the chat so we can start the game.
So you can be playing on your own, but we're also going to be sharing the screen so we can all go in the same question at the same time. Okay, so you don't go too far or you stay behind.
All right, so when you're ready, raise your hand, please.
Okay, good.
Get ready. Christine's ready. Zara, ready?
Right, everyone ready?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
ready. All right.
Yeah. So you arrive home after a long day and no one is there, which surprises you. Okay. When you go to the kitchen, you find a note and you decide to read it. So let's read the note. Sarah, can you please read the note?
Yeah. Honey, I'm having dinner out. I left a recipe so you
Yes.
can cook something. Follow all the steps. Love you.
Okay, good. So this is the note that you find in the fridge. Now, the note is a recipe, okay? A recipe for spaghetti bolognese, right? Natalia, can you please read the first step of the recipe?
Fry the beef and the pork in a saucepan with olive oil, onion, and garlic, and stir. You
Steer.
can see the
Yeah.
word.
Yes. What is a steer? Do you know what a steer is? Good, Sarah. Yeah, that is a steer. Very good. And, well, the last one, Natalia again.
Drain the spaghetti and serve it with the sauce. Add some parmesan and oregano.
Good. Okay. So what is drain? Drain the spaghetti.
In Spanish?
Can
no,
you?
I mean,
No.
try
Just
to
explain it in
define it.
English.
Like I don't know how to
Like,
explain in English.
like when you're like the spaghetti like in the water,
Yes.
so you have to get out the water. Or, like,
Exactly.
get it in the water.
Right.
Good.
No.
Yes. That is
Yeah.
draining. That is draining the spaghetti. Now, here come the fractions. So now here you have to multiply or to operate the fractions that we have in the sentence, okay? So you need 3/4 plus 4/8 grams of pork meat. So you need to add the fractions and tell me the answer.
Answer is 5/4.
Okay, 5/4.
The first one,
Okay,
5/4.
very good. That was the answer. Perfect. Now,
Very well done.
so what you have to do is organize the steps to make the first step of the recipe. Okay, so we have add olive oil to the saucepan, turn on the stove, fry the pork and the beef, and mix with garlic and onion. Which one would you put in the first place?
Turn on the stove.
Turn on the stove. Okay, good. Which one would you put in the second place?
Add olive oil to the saucepan.
Very good. Okay, step number 3. So, what you have to do here, guys, is first do the operation, that in this case is a division, but also you have to choose the correct image of what you need for the recipe, okay? So, you need 3/8 divided by 6/4 grams of. First, you need to solve the operation. So,
The answer of the operation is 1/4.
very
Good.
good. Now, you need 1/4 grams of option number 1 or option number 2.
It's for solve the sauce, right?
Yes.
Then water.
Okay. Yes, the water you needed to soften the sauce. But in this
Mhm.
case, do you need grams of water?
No.
Yeah, it's
Then
not
it's like
grams. Yes. For the waters is another measure unit. So
okay.
you need 1/4 grams of the first option. So, Majo, if you could please. Very good. So, do you have any questions about the operations?
No. Do you remember what was the learning tip that we gave you for divisions?
Tricky letters.
3
Flip,
words.
string, and flip.
Very
All
good.
right, very good.
Good.
Now it's survey time. So remember that we asked you guys previously to the session to ask your family members some questions. Yeah, you did? Yes, of course. All right. Let's review the questions that we gave you. So the first one is, who in your family likes pepperoni? I'm gonna need help with reading the next 4. So there are 4 of you, so each one of you will read 1. We're going to put in practice everything that we just saw, and we're going to apply it to that interview or that survey that we did. So, who can help me read the first step of the activity? Natalia, go ahead. So the first step is, for example, in my family, we are 2 people. So the first question was, who in your family likes pepperoni? I like pepperoni, but my aunt doesn't like pepperoni. So 1/2 of my family likes pepperoni. See, that's what you have to do with your results. Okay, so go do that work yourselves, and we'll meet back in 10 minutes. All right, with your results.
So, the first paragraph, that my whole family likes eating fish. Whose is that paragraph?
I wrote it.
Okay, Christian, can you please read your paragraph?
Yes. My whole family likes eating fish. That means 100% of my family liked it. In my family, almost everyone likes pepperoni. 80% liked it, which means 4 out of 5. I'm sorry. In my family, no one is allergic to pineapple. That translates to 0%. In my family, the same percentage of people that have never tried olives hates tomatoes, which is 60%.
Okay, very good. All right. Now, Christian, do you think or do you see any mistake, any grammar mistake?
Mm, maybe, maybe in the 0%, I should specify that translates to 0% of my family.
Mm, no, not really. The way it's written is okay. Just like that. Like, in my family, no one is allergic to pineapple. That translates to 0%. That's a good sentence. But towards the end of the paragraph,
Mm, Towards the end. So the final phrase.
yes.
And even in my family, the same percentage of people that have never tried olives. Maybe the use of have never tried. I don't know.
No, the hates. Hates is in third person, and you're
Yes,
talking about
yes.
people. Hmm.
Hates.
Yeah,
I did a mistake.
yeah, that's it. Very good. Yeah, that's the mistake. So, in my family, the same percentage of people that have never tried olives hate tomatoes because it's people, is plural, right? Remember that. Okay. All right. Thank you, Christian. Maria, Natalia, and Sarah, do you see any other mistake in that paragraph, or do you think it's okay? No. All right. Okay. So yes, that was the mistake. The hates tomatoes. You need to remember. You need to relate the gender with the verb. Well, not the gender, but the name, the number with the verb. So it's people, it's plural, so it has to be hate. And yeah, that's it. The only thing is that the comma in the first part. So my whole family likes eating fish. That means 100% of my family likes it. It's better to put a period in there rather than a comma. But that's it. That's the only other thing. Okay. Thank you, Christian. Now, the second one, in my family, 100% of us. Whose paragraph is that?
Mine.
Okay.
So in my family, 100% of us likes pepperoni and
All right, so if you see in the last part, so 40% of us have tried olives and no one of us are allergic to pineapples. So don't you see a little mistake there? So it's just that this word right here, no one of us, that can be constructed a little bit better. You can say not one of us is because you're referring to a singular person, or you can fuse the word together, those words together. So you can say none of us are allergic to pineapple. So you could go either way, okay?
okay.
All
Okay.
right, so that's good.
Yeah, very good, Sarah. The next one I think is Natalia's. So 60% of my family.
60% of my family likes pepperoni.
Okay, very good. So, do you see anything maybe that you think I'd be corrected, Natalia?
Well, more than corrected, I think that my paragraph is way too simple compared to the other ones.
Yeah, well, yeah, but that's not a bad thing. The fact that it's simple is not bad. The one thing that is incorrect is the use of the articles. So A 60%, the 80%. When you use percentages, remember that you don't use the articles. Okay? Yeah, that's the only thing. It doesn't matter that it's simple. It's just the articles are not used properly. Okay? But that's the only thing. All right. Good. And Maria, can you please read your paragraph?
Yeah, 100% of my family likes pepperoni, but
Okay. Do you see anything that maybe you can correct?
according to what you say to Natalia, the A at the beginning.
Yeah, very good. The article.
And that is the end of our lesson. So thank you so much.
Yeah,
We
thank you,
got
guys.
1 minute
Thank
left.
you.
So goodbye. See you next class.
Thank you for attending the class today. Have a wonderful day.
Have a great
Bye-bye.
Yeah, goodbye.
day. Goodbye.